I was wrong, I was wrong. It was too tight, my thong. There you are. Hey, man. I'm back.
Good evening,
It's
sir.
better than ever.
Don't you recognize me? We met
Nope.
a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night
Me
before.
too.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
I like that this
Jason
one
Delaney.
button is like not really
I've tried
working
to
out.
remember you this time.
Mr. Delaney. Did it just fucking crash again? I don't know how to fix this. This shouldn't be happening. Okay, I'm hoping that this is actually a problem with me, because I got an error on the external disk when I went to uninstall this. So maybe, well, there is apparently a documented issue with this game. Maybe the HD was just a little loose or something. I don't know. I don't know why it would be. I need to fix you. Ugh. Did I buy handles from that sweet babe when it's saved? Yeah. One of the things it says to you when you boot it up is like, auto-save, take responsibility for your actions. And that's cool and all, I get that, but that's going to be really annoying if something happens and part of the recording is effed up.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of
Why
energy
would you do
forgetting
that?
what I did the night before.
Yes,
Not everybody's recording. No, but some people want to go back to where they were.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
I'm Jason
It's
Delaney.
kind of a
I've
shit
tried to
move.
remember you
Oh,
this time.
so is that. Do I need to ask this guy anything? Yeah, what do you do for a living
What do you
before I
do
fix
for a
you?
living, Mr. Delaney?
I
Drink in the morning, drink
drink
in the
morning,
evening,
and
drink
at
in the
noon.
afternoon.
I drink at night, and then I drink some more.
Okay. Why drink so
Why do
much?
you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt.
I'm pickling
Personally,
my
I like to see
liver.
mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad.
That is
That's
sad.
because I am Doc.
Everybody seems
Don't you
sad.
work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time.
Cause I'm
Didn't I tell
drinking
you?
in the morning,
Drink
drinking in the
and at
evening,
noon.
drinking
I
in the
drink at night.
afternoon. Okay.
Is there anything in particular?
I like that
you
it has
about this
booze,
part?
darling.
Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood.
These
So
places look like
friendly,
they're not cool to
so
live in.
joyful.
So much fun.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
It's a little bit good, it's a little bit bad.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You
he's got
lost people
PTSD.
you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much.
I was so
to forget it.
drunk, so I
Now
just
can't
stayed
remember
drunk.
Where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm
But those
sorry,
blow, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is, I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Sure.
Inebriation aside, do you need
Yeah,
medical
I
help?
can help
Yes.
you.
I feel sicker than usual these days.
Good for you, I got
Take
medicina.
this, then. And perhaps you could try to
I'll
slow
mind
down the
control you into
alcohol.
making better decisions.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me
Taking
to
your
stop the
freedom
only
away.
remedy I can afford.
That's fair. You must have had dreams when you were
Surely
younger.
you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young.
We all did.
Like everybody else.
And then we
Sure.
got
I
older.
wanted things to change.
And they changed.
To really change. And to change
And they
for
changed
good.
for good. I'm with this guy.
The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
That's true. That was my problem this last PMS cycle. I was like, my life is pointless.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
You can't think
No,
straight when you're
sir.
messed up.
I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive
all
property
thought
is
we
a
were.
robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise
This
from
guy
the
was
ashes,
actually a
Dr.
fucking hammer and sickle style badass.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
Reid. No, I believe we all can choose to make it better.
That's true.
But most of us are too weak,
I
too
agree.
corrupt and too guilty.
Also, aging is a bitch.
I
It
failed
gets
for
in your
sure.
way right at
Others
about...
will come.
Did you know that happiness in general... I can't quote a study, because I don't remember it. But they generally find that the pattern is you're happiest in your childhood and your teens, and it goes down, 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 kind of like a horseshoe. And then at about the time you hit, like, 40... like 40 to like mid 40s or late 30s, about there, what we typically call the midlife crisis, you're like the least happy you're gonna be, basically. And then it starts to swing up again. So like when you're in your like middle of your life, apparently when you get there, like you feel like shit and there's nothing there, like if it's gonna happen to you, oh blah blah blah. But then because what you're staring down the barrel of, you're like, that's gonna be terrible, like I just can't take it anymore. But the silver lining is that you're actually gonna feel much better by the time you get old, because you're gonna feel more childlike or something like that. That's kind of, I thought that was funny. Tell me about your anarchistic
I
views.
want to know more about your past as an
Do you know how
anarchist,
to make
Dyson.
bombs,
Still an anarchist,
Mr.
Doctor,
Dyson?
Make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Fair. He's a hippie. You believe in a
believe
bloodless
in a
revolution,
bloodless
then, my
revolution,
good
then?
sir?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But
Yeah.
I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
I got news for you. I'm in the future, and it just didn't change that much. You still see your
Do you
commie
still
ratties.
see your comrades then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No.
No, man,
they'll
I
come
hope
to
they
share my
join me
point
in
of view one
drink.
day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
I'm I don't know if fascinated is the right word, but with alcoholics, like,
Goodbye.
that
Mr.
gene, that propensity towards clinical alcoholism, I have it. Apparently. But I must just be a carrier or something. I don't know exactly how it works, because... No. Nuh-uh. Not a fan? But Dane, you do drugs. Yeah, I like those. But even then, I never was addicted. Talk to me.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Tom.
How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Speaking of
course
drugs, I took
do.
an edible, so this is
You're
going to
that
be
man
fun.
who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Yoy.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan
Dane,
Reid,
don't just
by
tell
the
us
way.
you did
I'm
drugs. I'm in
still
Canada.
Tom
It's
Watts.
fine. We're allowed.
Welcome back, Doctor.
I'm feeling better. How can you keep this
How
place
is it
open?
you can
Cheap,
keep
cheap,
this
cheap,
place
cheap,
open?
cheap, cheap,
This
cheap,
part
cheap
of town
drinks.
doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since
Well,
everybody
we make
needs
our
a drink,
moonshine
my pub is
sig,
considered
make you
neutral
go
ground by
blind.
most groups.
Oh, neutral ground. Antagonist
see.
point of view.
So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like
The
that.
camera, when I get in these
Nothing that a
conversations,
few wise
is
words
just...
and a bottle of gin can't
See, like, if they
solve.
just tweaked it just a smidgen, or just stuck it in first person.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
Because this
I'm
is
only
like,
pouring
I feel like
alcohol
there's,
for
this
everyone
is
to
solid.
forget
It's
their
got a
troubles.
solid story, solid
Sean Hampton is
concept.
the one
Looked
giving
like
them
it had all
long-term
manner of
hope.
like upgrading and stuff to make the grind good. But there's just
Since I'm here,
something off.
is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin.
You need me to get you
With
some
the epidemic, my
alcohol.
supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
Oh, I know about
I have a small
alcohol.
warehouse just past the quarantine
Fuck.
line.
Pardon me.
Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back.
Doctors aren't immune to disease.
But I am, because I'm a vampire.
Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Mark it on my map.
Thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Oh, that's what I'm here for, saving
Do you
dry
need
throats.
any help?
Do you need a
I'm
checkup?
all right, Dr. Reid.
What I'm worried about is that they get sick if I don't check on them. No, we already talked about all this. Personal questions. I don't know anything about...
Goodbye,
This
Mr.
reminds me a lot of... Did you play the Call of Cthulhu game? Like, there's the OG one. Which, don't you worry, it's on my list. I gotta find a copy that actually works.
I didn't deserve this.
And then there was the one that
Evening, miss.
came out in the
Well,
late
I never.
2010s. This reminds
That's
me a lot of that.
first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
What's
I'm
a
much
tog?
more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm
Oh yeah, I was
Jonathan,
covered in
Dr. Jonathan
blood.
Reid.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I
Nice
help
to
you?
meet you, my love. Where you from?
Excuse my curiosity, but
You seem
where
a bit
exactly
dark.
are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name?
Inja.
Or
Notice
my
I didn't ask
complexion?
that of the Indian guy.
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of
I
birth
promise you
or
he does
the
because
colour
he's
of
an old
their
school
skin.
If
Englishman.
that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
But seriously, where are you from?
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay.
There you go,
and my
she's
mum
a
was maid
halfsy.
born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Pretty good combo. I think if I get romance options, I should be with this
Goodbye,
babe.
Miss Cavendish.
Thank you, Miss Cavendish. You've been lovely. Who else do I have in this area here? Okay, he's recovering. These guys are fine. I met her. I don't know who any of these people are. The district is stable. There was a little tip when I booted back in that was like the district can fall into oh, that's their health status. It said the districts can fall into a state of being lost, like just wrecked. I was like, ooh, that sounds bad. We should sleep eventually. Okay, but so far I've cured everybody that I know who needs it. We haven't even been there. I still haven't found this guy's guy, but I don't have the key to go get his dude. So I guess we gotta get out of here. Now that I've been wandering around down here, like, can people get sick? Well, hey, I know in real life, but I was gonna say, like, the people that I haven't met yet in this district, are they gonna get all super sick if I don't find them? Torn off page of a diary. For looking away when they mock my color. Oh, I guess we know who wrote this. I hate myself for crying like a girl when they insult me. I hate myself. What do you talk? Like, white and Indian cross is always pretty awesome. When they're gone, I hate myself for hating my parents. I hate myself for smiling when customers called me Sabrina. Oh, because her name's Sabrina. I hate myself for never finding the courage to tell Tom how I truly feel. Oh, just get with Tom. He's all over it. I hate myself. Sweetheart, I know more about you now. Listen, you gotta know that you're smoking hot there, eh, bud? Though I guess being mixed... I feel like being mixed is probably the hardest thing to be. And I'm just basing that on, like,
You still working
you're
at this
already
hour?
conflicted.
That's what I call dedication.
Then again, one of my friends, her hubbos is... What is he? He's Mexican and white. And he doesn't look as... He just looks white. So, I don't know. I don't know how all that works. I am just clearly European. Personal questions. I haven't had to wrestle with this.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings.
Tell
for your
me.
boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it.
So get with it. Does Tom love you?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Get your happiness while you can.
Who's mocking you?
I mean,
I'll
we're
kick
always
their ass.
together. People will talk, won't they?
Oh, so you don't really have... You don't really know, you just think they will.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
That's fair. That's fair. I have some friends who don't give a shit. Like, I think I've mentioned my friend before, who has a significantly younger significant other. And I admire her ability not to give a fuck about that, as well as his. Britons working together, skilled workers in engineering and kindred trade. To be clear, it's legal. Just in case anybody's fucking nuts and they want to make insinuations. Enroll today as War Munitions Volunteers. Support the men at the front with a plentiful supply of munitions. You will not suffer on wages. Get to the factory line and feed the firing line. Oh, I like that. Living that factory life. I wonder if that dead guy down at the docks is still a dead guy down at the docks. Oh, I keep forgetting to do this. My blood vision. Yo, he's not there anymore. That's suspicious. You know what this game needs, because every game needs it? Fishing mode. That's my favorite. Alright, let's see what's going on up. No, I'm gonna stop reading these posters. I know I keep saying that and then I do it, but... Okay, so... Search for Thoreau Strickland's order. Okay, that's gotta be that... It's gotta be that big sumbitch back in there.
It's locked, alright.
Locked, okay. Right? Like, that's where it's gotta be. Hey, dude. Hey.
Hello, boy.
Hello, love!
Hello.
Rufus,
Did I
Rufus,
scare
Rufus,
you?
Shinra.
You have nothing to fear from me.
I'm not that kind of
No,
customer.
It's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well,
Why?
I won't. I'm a doctor.
Cause you're a scamp.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Excuse me?
Do you need help?
Yeah, you need some
A
medicine?
real doctor caring about me.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
A first. I feel like a real person.
Treatment for anemia. Are there people that really feel like that? Like they're just not even human? I mean, like when I get real down, I tell myself that about myself, but that's coming from me. That's not coming from other people. I don't have it
I'll
right
see
now.
you later.
Rufus Shinra. Are you alone, Rufy?
Are you alone?
I'll adopt you.
Where is your family?
I don't have any. My
Yeah, that was
parents are
the
dead.
thing back
So
then
you
too,
have no
wasn't it?
home.
Well, I mean, I guess
You're
it still
sleeping
is,
rough.
but
No,
like kids
I
sleeping
mean,
on the streets,
yes,
living rough.
I live on the streets. I have no home.
We're all alone. You should be careful. I'm sorry.
This city has abandoned so many of its children. It's tragic.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very
Oh, I
kind to
remember
me.
this.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
Bagley.
I can't say, sir. I guess she's
She's
a good
just a
soul.
good soul.
Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Stella Fishburne. Okay, so we gotta take care of Stella Fishburne. And you. What are you doing around
What
here?
do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
There's a bob, a shilling. Do you have a job,
Do you
kid?
have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all.
What?
Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
Oh.
What do people say
What's wrong
about
with
this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Okay. Personal questions? Alright,
So
I'll
long,
be back.
Rufus.
I'll be back in a smidge with
Be
that
careful.
anemia
Take
treatment.
care.
You hang tight, brother.
All these whispers of monsters got
Okay,
folk
where's
gossiping
my
upstairs.
hideout?
These people,
My hideout is this way.
flesh